Dab.
Hello. Wait, did you just dab?
Yes.
0 seconds in, and we already have a dab.
Yep.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just making sure OBS is showing me the live chat instead of the top chat. I don't get why. With
It defaults to top chat.
Yeah, but like top chat, like what is a top chat?
I don't know.
You know, hey, Inspector Who, Verif, and Rawl, dab count 1. I seriously don't get like what changes one comment from being a top chat to a live chat. You know, it's like live chat you could see everything, whereas top chat you see the most popular chat message. Like I don't know how the algorithm figures. Dab count 2. Did you?
I did another one. Yes.
Okay.
Are you gonna ban me?
Hey Logan. Yeah, I'm gonna ban my own co-host live on stream. I will change the window chat, the window capture, so people could see me hit the ban button on Discord. Banned. Hey Logan, and Inspector Who's saying I'm asking the real questions. Hello Thunderstorm, and hey,
hello everyone.
It's the Ruby shitposter again. I miss you.
Ban.
Hey, Ruby shitposter, you should probably message me on Twitter so I could direct message you, because in 2 weeks I would like to have you on sometime. So
David, I think there's an issue with the Discord capture. You can see part of your door in my window. I see it on the live
How
stream.
the heck?
Does anyone else see that? Or
No,
am I
no,
going
it's
crazy?
there. Dude, it just changed. What the heck?
It changed?
Yeah, because it was not like that at first. Hold on. Co-host there. Okay. That was
And
weird.
it's mirrored.
Oh, oops. That was...
Sorry, guys.
Dude, I don't know how it did that.
Oh,
Discord.
Shane's here. Hi, Shane.
Shake fist at Discord. Come on. Like, I don't know why OBS every week fights me on the Discord captures. Shane's like, ugh. Yeah, yeah, just noticing it now. I don't know how that happened, because I had it set correctly, and then I guess it must have been when I left the call to go to my Discord and say, like, hey guys, we're live. Wow, just stretch her out, will you? Flattering.
Okay, look, I do plenty of stretching when I go to the gym, so leave me alone.
Yeah, seriously.
I hurt.
Ruby is saying, I'll try my best, my phone is messed up. My phone is pretty messed up, too. Instagram and Twitter, very hard to use on this phone. And it's starting to slow down significantly, so...
Wait,
but
are you gonna get an iPhone at some point?
My upgrade's available in a month. Or
Yay.
technically it's available right now, but I pretty much have to wait a month for the new iPhone. So, yeah.
Wait, why is Shane so surprised that I stretch? I don't get what's going on.
No,
here.
that's just his humor. That's just his humor. He's just like,
okay.
You stretched? Like, just like that. So how have you been?
I can get into that.
Sunny, how have you been? Inspector Who is asking.
Why do people no? Okay, guys, leave me alone. Okay, I'm good.
No.
I moved into my apartment, and I'm living by myself. And I've been doing my homework. Like, see, I got some nice notes about DNA sequencing. Y'all want me to read you some comparisons?
Nope. No thanks. I saw that page and it was just filled. I'm like, nope. Shane is saying, no, I'm mad at David for stretching video ever. I hate to break it to you guys, but the VYTALCast background itself is actually stretched.
Oh no!
Like, that's a secret, Cap. It's always stretched. No, seriously, I
saw the Avengers yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that. So the background is stretched, because it's weird, because the resolution is really set weird. Erin, when she made it like technically more pixelated than 1080p, but when you put it in a 1080p thing, it is like shorter, so you have to like stretch it. But it doesn't look bad stretched. It stays proportionate somehow. So, Do we talk about Dino DNA? Hey, Connor. How's it going? Literally just got done shaving. Yeah, I'm shaving right after this show. I get really bad razor burn. Like, my neck will be red all day when I shave. But tomorrow's a convention. So that's why I'm shaving.
Woo!
Yeah, what else is alive?
And that's why we're not having VYTALCast on Friday, I assume, right?
Yes.
That was the reason? Yeah.
Yeah, so the reason why we didn't have VYTALCast last weekend was because I was going up to Logan, which is a town very far, far away, but still in Utah. And I had to take a train ride that was 2.5 hours. And then my cousin...
trains.
Yeah, it was alright. Luckily, I got a seat that had like a little plug-in charger for my phone.
Nice.
And thanks to the Verve app, I was able to download some My Hero Academia and Rooster Teeth, and I was able to watch some stuff on the train, which was awesome. And what's with the full beard? Yeah, this is literally probably as long as my facial hair can get, actually. So, Sunny gets hit by a train. Oh no.
Yeah, it's because I said I like trains, because it's from the Asdif movie or whatever. I was literally also about to just add, like, me going, like, but I thought, like, no one would react to that.
Connor's like, you went to the movie Logan? No, Logan is a college town in Utah. So I went up there to see my cousins. Ironically, one of them is named Logan, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to see Logan in Logan. But, so...
You went to Logan International Airport? No, I'm kidding.
There's a international airport called Logan?
I think it's the one in Boston. It's something like that.
Okay. I bet the town name is actually pronounced Rogan. Yeah. So, oh, hey, the Chosen One. How are you?
Hello.
So, yeah, last weekend I went up there to visit my cousins and my cosplay friend, Ashley, which is weird because I have 2 cosplay friends named Ashley. She's the Haru cosplayer that I met months ago. If you guys saw that picture on Instagram or Twitter, she and I hung out, and she actually constructed this Pumpkin Pete hoodie for me over the weekend.
Woo,
and we played a lot of Pokemon Go in a graveyard late at night. And ironically enough, one of the haunted statues that you would not want to be around is actually a gym. And
of course it
is. So we fought a gym and ghosts at the same time. Yeah, it's the one I played Overwatch with as well. I forgot. She and I played Overwatch twice on stream. So
nice.
Yeah, Inspector Who's saying, "Oh, that's made? Yeah, this is handmade." She is a pro. Like she was all apologizing, like, "Sorry, like this turned out not as well as I wanted it to," because this hoodie is really thick, and so she was like apologizing a lot, and I was like, it looks amazing. Like, honestly,
yeah, it looks great.
It kind of looks better than like the store one. So
looks good.
Yeah, so people are saying, yeah, it's nice. She wanted to save me money. yeah, thick. Yeah, she was like, oh yeah, like making the hoodie part went super fast for her, but then like her sewing machine started having issues with this because it was like felt and some other stuff, but
it was thick with 3 C's.
With 3 C's.
Or something, I don't know.
Yeah, people thought it was official. I'm gonna have to tell her that because she'll really appreciate it. And winter is coming, get your thick. Oh yeah, and she also hemmed the end of the sleeves. Nice. If you saw my RTX 2016 pictures as Jean, you'll see it was like flailing on the end because this had long sleeves originally, and I chopped them off. So, yeah, I didn't even ask her to do that. She just did it for me, so I appreciate her a lot. And
nice.
We played Overwatch with the esports team at her university because she's trying out for that. And
ooh, cool.
The team may or may not have asked for me to become a student so I could join their team.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They're like, you're a really good Lucio. And like I also play Pharah and Diva. They're like, you're pretty decent as those 2 characters too. Because like there's another Lucio person on their team, but it's good that we have second characters that we're okay with so we could switch off. Inspector Who is saying, by the way, in case none of you know, Pumpkin Pete's cereal is really sweet. Yeah, I was wondering how it tasted, because...
Yeah, I've never had it.
I went to FYE, and it's like $20.
Yeah, I saw it in FYE.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just
I was
not
there
the
with
healthiest
Ashley,
thing in the
ironically.
world.
Yeah, I would buy it more for collectors and for just for trying it thing. So $20 wouldn't be too bad. Like, it might be a thing I would add to the background somewhere if I had it. I would love to have like a Pumpkin Pete cereal party. I feel like RTX was a missed opportunity in that aspect, because that would have been like all the Ruby reactors and community, and we were like, everyone get a box of cereal and like let's all chill out in the morning. Saturday morning cartoon panel, let's go.
It's to reduce the saltiness from toxic fandom.
I just saw that. Dude,
I like that comment a lot, actually.
She's killing it with the jokes. That actually reminded me of one of the topics that we were requested by Memory today. So Memory, who was on this show once, he made 2 requests of topics for us to discuss, and they were kind of like pretty good timing, because I was like, for this week, we're like, hey, we have nothing to talk about, because right now Rooster Teeth's staying really hush, because there's like a convention and RTX London happening, so they're trying to save their big news for that. So Memory requested us to talk about Jack One Man Band coming back from his 7-year hiatus on YouTube. Do you know who that is?
7 years?
7 months. Did I say years? 7
years hiatus, and I was like, I don't think that's quite right.
Why am I like this? Like,
no, I do it too sometimes.
Connor Bobbitt saying, "Hey, lady!" Shh. My dog.
Hey, lady.
Yeah, her name's Lady. Yeah, Jack One Man Band, he was gone for 7 years. He said 7 months, but he was word flubbing. He was making Ruby videos before Ruby was even a show by a whole 2 years. And then like right around the time Ruby started, he took a 7-year break. Yeah, that's how he did it.
Okay, so yeah, I knew he was on a hiatus. I remember like seeing his videos several months ago, and then just like, did he make a video about going on hiatus? I don't remember that, because I know he hasn't uploaded anything in a long time. Truth be told,
I never subscribed to him. I never really kept an eye on his channel, but when I went onto his channel to watch his coming back video, it does look like he did have one of those. So, Stoic the Dragon Eater is saying, don't remember him.
Oh my gosh.
He had a live stream with Murderer Birds, I know that, and because him and Arnold are friends, I believe. And
I met him at RTX once.
Yeah, I met him at RTX. My first RTX, actually. And I didn't know who he was. I think because of Arnold, he vaguely knew who I was, though, so I felt bad. Yeah, Thunderstorm was saying I met him at RTX 2016.
Yeah, that's where I met
Dude,
him.
I think all 3 of us met him around the same time. It was at the Ruby Reactor panel that Arnold had.
I met him just walking outside.
Yeah. Ruby Shitposter said, you think you saw his Bumblebee video? Shane's like, hey, I met David at RTX. That's so weird. And hey, Brandon. Yeah, knowing what I know of his channel, if he made a Bumblebee video, I would expect it is not a happy, positive video.
Yeah.
Because Memory, he was like, hey, I got an idea for your channel. I'm like, okay, what's the idea? He's like, have Jack Man One Band as a guest. And I was like, oh, that's a guest recommend. Like, he at first pitched it like it was like a segment idea. I was like, oh, I would love a new segment. But we're talking about Jack One Man Band coming back. One, because I was told last night, that's super late notice to like try to contact Jack and be like, hey, would you like to be on VYTALCast? But then also like the content of his video of him coming back gave me the impression that he would not be entirely super open to be on a Ruby podcast to talk more about Ruby. Because he sounded like he just sounds tired of Ruby, I guess. I didn't finish the complete video. I had like a whole 3 minutes left, but he was saying what a lot of people have been saying, and like Volume 3 had changed the show, and like the show grew up a little faster than it should have, or like it tried to be something bigger but fell flat in a few spots, and stuff like that, and basically like he burnt out on the show, and he's gonna try doing more non-Ruby related stuff on his channel.
Yeah, I feel like if you're just making one type of content all the time, then you're gonna get a whole lot of burnout.
Yeah, I completely see how that is, and I'm like, yeah, I know how that feels. That was me last year during Volume 5. Not so much because of what Volume 5 was, but just because of my personal life and like just being busy, and then like Ruby at that point felt a little bit like a chore at the moment. Like,
yeah, I get that.
I felt like I was watching it more because it was mandatory rather than I was watching it for enjoyment.
Yeah.
I was super depressed last year, so depression
was...
Yeah,
same. Yeah. My last year did not go super great.
Yeah, so... yeah, Thunderstorm said he hated shipping in the show. Yeah, but I also remember he just hates Blake in general, too, which...
He's not the most positive of people.
I remember one of his videos that came out during Volume 4 was just, like, Blake slander, and that rubbed me the wrong way. I was like...
Was that the video where Blake slapped Sun?
Yeah.
And complaining about, like, she, like, pimp slapped him or whatever?
Yeah, he specifically said she pimp slapped him. It was he
was
more offended with how it was a backhand than that it happened overall. But it was like, dude, one, it's an anime. Two, it's more for comedy rather than her being abusive. Three, in that moment, Sun kind of deserved it. So
a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm having a deep talk with my father, who I haven't seen in like 4 or 5 years. And, oh, you broke in not only interrupting, but you were eavesdropping for something that possibly could have waited.
And you followed me home, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so it was like, I felt a bit rubbed the wrong way.
Yeah. Connor said depression is a constant as a student, I feel. You know what? I would have agreed with you last year, but... You know what? Me being depressed last year wasn't completely my fault. So right now, I'm a happy person as a student. So I disagree.
Yeah. Brandon Dodge said, and I really agree with this comment here. He says, I hope that he'll go on to do things that he's passionate about. Jack can be more than just a Ruby guy. He's a good critical thinker. And I agree with that. And
yeah.
There were a few things he says in his coming back video that I completely agreed with how he was viewing Ruby and stuff. And that kind of ties in a little bit to Memory's second request, which was to talk about the consistency of Ruby as a show. Because one of Jack's main things was during the earlier seasons of Ruby, you know, it kind of kept it small and focused on like the school life and like, oh, here's a cool character, here's their cool weapon, and then Volume 3 basically opened it up to a whole world conflict where we now have to know all this backstory and all this other stuff, and basically try to blow up, and then it didn't quite land the follow-up delivery, which was like Volume 4, I guess, for him.
Yeah, you know,
and then Volume 5 too, but...
Yeah. The way I see it is Ruby was going to have to open up the world at some point. If they go through all 4 years at school and nothing happens, I feel like that would be super boring because it would just be training and classes over and over again, I feel like. So I don't think they opened it up too fast. Like, I'm fine with the backstory. It's just the execution wasn't always super great.
Yeah, so... what was I going to say? Yeah, I think Volume 3 executed extremely well, but I think because of how well Volume 3 went, it blew our expectation. Like, our expectations then became too high of the show, and we also forgot that this was all just like a passion project to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we're expecting like the highest of qualities and stuff. So,
like anime studio quality, whatever.
Which they have been steadily improving on since Volume 1. Like, sorry, got people on Instagram are just... messaging a lot, but that was one thing I always loved about Ruby, was at least visually it would always improve. Writing wise, Volume 5 wasn't the best, but Volume 4 I would say had some of the best writing because of Weiss, Yang, and Blake's arcs. Not so much Team Ranger. Well, when I say Team Ranger, Ren and Nora, fantastic job. When it came to like Ruby Rose, you dropped the ball a lot. But
no character development really. Like, she was still like happy. Like, there were so many missed opportunities. Like, someone made a video and they were like, after the episode where Ruby has that like dream/nightmare about Pyrrha, whatever episode that was in, and she looks
that was episode
super
1, 2
or 2, yeah. Like, she looks super shaken up about it, but then she just goes on the rest of the day and she's all like happy-go-lucky, and I'm kind of sitting here like, that's realistic.
Well, can I play devil advocate a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Because I have a lot of moments like that throughout my life, but I try not to like let it bother me for the whole day. Like, one bad thing may happen, but I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna pretend that doesn't exist, or at least not let it show on my face so it's bothering other people. Like, I'm gonna keep it within myself. so like with her having that nightmare and then kind of just pushing it aside, I forgave, only because like, oh, that's something I've done a lot throughout my life.
Like, I get that, but like, my concern is that's totally different. Like, having just one nightmare and then ignoring it for the rest of the day is totally different from seeing like someone you cared about die in front of you, seeing your school destroyed, seeing the bad guys win, like blah blah blah, and you're traumatized. Like, Ruby showed basically no signs of being traumatized or just upset by what happened. Like, what is it, the first episode of Volume 4, she has this huge laughing fit.
Yeah.
Like, the whole laughing fit she had in like the first episode of Volume 4, I didn't like it. Because I was like, what's going on? Like, she's not
the big head
shooken up at all.
But you're talking about when she saw the Pumpkin Pete hoodie?
Yeah. And I feel like it wasn't even that funny. It's just a rabbit on a hoodie.
Well, I mean, I think it was funny because Jean always tries to act like the big masculine man, and like a lot of Jean's character was him trying to live up to be like the manly hero and all of that. And throughout the show we see like how he struggles so much to fit into that image. And so the fact that he's always trying to be like the man and like the hero and all that, to see he has like a little bunny on his hoodie all along, that kind of comes as a ironic moment, and also like really funny. And sometimes you just see something and it just makes you laugh a lot. Like, when we were driving me back to the train station, my cousin Logan, he just starts having a laughing fit in the back seat, and we're like, what's so funny? He's like, I don't know, I just saw someone in the back seat of a car and it just made me laugh a lot. Like, even him, he was like, I don't know why it made me laugh so much. Eventually it just made me laugh, and then I was laughing because I was laughing. So I could see that.
Yeah, I get that. It's just my main concern. It's like Inspector Who said, I wish we had seen the mourning process. Like, we saw basically no one being upset over what happened.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, that was where the ball has been dropped a few times, especially with Team Ranger, because it was like, okay, we're going to have that moment in episode 2 where we find out Jean is training to videos of Pyrrha. Okay, let's move on. Like, the dream stopped pretty much after that. No one talked about Pyrrha after that. I think Jean mentioned Pyrrha once since then, and it was during the campfire scene when they're talking to Crow about the maidens and all that.
Yeah.
So, now that the team's all getting back together and they're traveling, I don't know, I feel like it's too late to go back and add that in. And maybe have a moment where they kind of talk and just say they're all trying to focus on what's ahead of them and keep moving forward, so to say. But Ruby hasn't even mourned over her mom's passing, I feel. Well, keep in mind...
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, that happened, like, years before the first episode happened, timeline-wise. So...
And then Thunderstorm said, I think Ruby will have a breaking point. I kind of hope that. Well, I want to see Ruby suffer.
Even Lindsay Jones has said that a lot, and honestly, it all depends on the writers. And is my chair wobbling? Okay, sorry. My chair feels like it's starting to, like, fall apart or something. I hope not, because I bought it.
At RTX, at the Ruby panel, didn't Miles and/or Carrie say they were working on more character development for Ruby? Or like even in a Reddit AMA, I feel like they said that.
They've said it a few times, and it's just a matter of do they follow through or not? Because I remember Lindsay kind of saying that was going to happen in Volume 4, and I don't think it happened in Volume 4. And then she said it. She said it again for Volume 5, and the closest we got was Ruby talking to Oscar in that one scene. So. And again, Lindsay is a voice actor, not a writer, so it's not entirely in her power to do something about that. The consistency of Ruby, feel-wise, like, now, like, I like the beginning trilogy volume, volumes 1, 2, and 3. They were kind of more like the innocence of being, like, a kid and stuff, and now that... all that's happened, the show's kind of maturing in themes, but the characters are maturing, and that's why Volume 4 was, okay, we're going to focus on character development more than, like, overall conflict, while still trying to present conflict in the world, because, of course, that's still going to keep happening. So here's Tyrion to go mess things up.
I really liked the Tyrion fight. I really liked that.
I liked the Tyrion fight, too. I just don't like Tyrion. he bugs me so much.
Yeah. Ooh, I have a question for you and or chat.
Okay.
What do you think of, for those of you that, like, saw the Ruby panel or, like, watched it or whatever, what do you think about the new writing process Miles and Carrie talked about? Like, I forget the entirety of it, but I think a big point of it was they're going to, like, obviously try to write more ahead of time, finish a volume before you, like, start animating it or whatever, but also, like, present it to other people to read and get feedback.
Yeah, so this is kind of something that I want to have Unicorn of War on the show for, which he's in the talks for. It's more of just like figuring out which week to have him. Probably gonna be in 2 or 3 weeks time. But he basically had a list of, like, basically they nailed his list of what he wanted. And again, now it's just a matter of time seeing, like, okay, did it pay off? And we won't know that until we're well into the volume.
Yeah.
So, I think it was all great.
Be effective? Like, do you think it'll work?
I think we'll have improvements. Yeah. The one thing I am worried about was they said that the scripts they pass off to other writers and directors within the Rooster Teeth team, and I think that would have been a little bit more effective going outside of Rooster Teeth, or at least outside of the Red versus Blue writers, and I don't know what others, if they said anyone specific, but I think they did name the Red versus Blue writers specifically, and it's like, currently with Red versus Blue, I'm not super happy with their writing. Like, I haven't even finished season 16 of Red versus Blue yet, because I just kind of got bored, but yes, I did say Unicorn of War. You should be excited, but I don't know what this was. But yeah, no, the process I think is going to be great, and they did admit Volume 5 was a wonky writing process. Like, they meant to be further than they actually were, and that it was a little bit more rushed. So I hope it's good.
Yeah. I think, like, having more people read it will be great, but it's like Raul said in the comments, if they just give it to, like, their Rooster Teeth friends, they might not get the criticism they need.
Yeah, and that's why I was worried about it, was like, oh, they might be a little too soft with criticism. And also it's like, well, if all the writers kind of share the same office, then they'd probably be doing that anyways. You know, be like, oh, dude, look at this cool idea, you know. So I would like to hear them say, oh, we also passed it off to some other people. And there were a few moments in Volume 5 where they sort of did that, but it didn't seem like it was till it got to the animators that the animators said something about it. And specifically, what I'm remembering is the pilot for Weiss's ship, and how he was originally going to be the first canonly gay character. But then I think it was Issa that came back and was like, no, don't do that, because you'll be burying your gays, because you're going to immediately be killing him off.
Yeah.
And that's a terrible trope that we don't want to follow in. So that
Voltron.
I haven't watched Season 7. I'm in Season 5, and I'm very much considering just dropping the show because of how much fandom drama keeps popping up in that show. I'm like...
Twitter was hell with Voltron.
But then also seeing how Bex, one of my favorite voice actors, and my favorite voice actor on Voltron, how she reacted made me go, I want to put this show on the back burner.
Yeah.
Acknowledgia? I think that's how you pronounce it. I know it's like acknowledge and then anyway, I think they don't need any more criticism. They already got plenty from the community, specifically the toxic ones, for better or worse. I think they get it now. Yes, and I totally agree with that. And that kind of went back to something I said near the beginning of this episode, was like, I think Volume 3 put people's expectations way too high, because this show was originally just a passion project. And kind of makes me wonder if getting a really good animation team was kind of a double-edged sword, because visually making it look so great, then people start expecting the writing to match the visuals. But Raw's like, wait, the pilot died? In sarcastic tone. Thanks. People are asking how Bex reacted. Bex basically made a tweet after Season 7 of Voltron came out. She said, Voltron isn't about romance, and we didn't bait anyone. It's about war. It's about casualties. She basically tried to make Voltron sound a whole lot more serious than it actually is. And I was like, oh, please, it's a child's show. Stop.
And, like, yeah, we get it's not about romance, but when you just repeat the trope of killing gay characters, people kind of get tired of that.
Yeah, well, also it's kind of baited too, because if they didn't change some of the lines for the character, from what I understand, and for sure with how they presented it at, I think it was San Diego Comic-Con, there was some big trailer thing where they focused just on Shiro with his ex, and then them during the panel talking about how we're gonna see them mingle and talk more and get to know the guy. But then the guy had like 30 seconds of screen time before being killed off. And I'm like, yeah, no, that would count as baiting. If none of that like talk before the season came out happened, then it would not have. But because that talk stuff did happen, then you made it as a thing. And Bex, ironically, was like part of the problem. But yeah. You haven't seen Season 7. Those comments seem more appropriate. Yeah. Yeah. So I haven't seen Season 7, but from what I've heard from a lot of my local cosplay friends who have all watched it, and some of them are actually really happy with Season 7, and then from what I've heard from people who are not so happy. So I'm very neutral in the situation, and I will admit I don't know a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, Vera says how they hyped it was bait. The content of the show itself wasn't. Yes, that's kind of what I was trying to say.
And Acknowledgia is talking about they think Scarlet will be the gay character in Volume 6.
Scarlet?
From Team Sun. I love Scarlet. I love him to death. I just want to see him more. He's so beautiful.
Okay, so people are starting to talk about Muffin Man Dan. And I agree with one person, but not with the other. I do not think he's fair in his criticism, actually. But Thomas, I would say, is more fair in his criticism, mainly because the reason. Okay, I'll explain why I like Unicorn of War versus pretty much most other Ruby criticizers, is because he is actually trying to be a writer professionally, and therefore he's been making it his duty to study what makes good writing versus bad writing, and he doesn't make personal attacks or unwarranted attacks on the creators or other shows for Rooster Teeth. Muffin Man Dan actually had a pretty racist video about Genlock that he took down. So it was like, I had to call him out in his comment section and he took it down. But it's like, he basically on no evidence or anything is like, is Genlock gonna suck? Is it sucking the budget away from Ruby? And it's like, no, they're not. There was just so much going against it that it was like, dude, there's nothing backing up your video. This is just kind of coming out of nowhere. And he took a moment to like butcher a voice actor's name and then say, Japan, fix your fucking broken language. His words, not mine. And I'm like, that's not racist at all. Totally not racist to tell a country to fix their language when any language will sound broken if you don't speak it.
So, like, personally, like...
Oh, hey, Kaito Dan, you came in right when I'm, like, calling this out. So, yeah, oh, and also, the Muffin Man Dan multiple times has tried to be on VYTALCast. I think it was, like, 3 or 4 times. Back in the very early days of VYTALCast, where we had scheduled and promoted an episode of VYTALCast as him going to be the guest, and then he didn't show up at all. So when Thomas said he was going to stream with Muffin Man Dan, I had to hit him up and be like, hey, just a warning, like, out of all the times that I tried to do shows with Muffin Man Dan, he was a no-show or showed up so late that I'm like, dude, I'm not going to add you in this late into the stream. And so Thomas, he actually messaged me back because it very much looks like that was going to happen with him. He was like, hey, he hasn't showed up. Oh, just kidding. He showed up the second we were going to start. So it was like, at least he showed up for Thomas. But from my experience and having some private conversations between him and I, he's rubbed me the wrong way. But some people that are like, oh yeah, he's fair. It's like, no, from that Genlock video I saw, you cannot say that, because that was like all unwarranted, nothing backing it up. It was just kind of trying to stir drama in a fandom that didn't need drama stirred up. And also just crap talking on a show that's not even out yet is like, Genlock's gonna suck for this. And also, like, Fat Man Falling made some criticisms on Genlock as well. And I'm like, how can you criticize a show that's not out? Sorry, this is a huge rant I've had. The chat's just like, yikes, like, oof. Double like oof. You can rant like if you want. I was just gonna say, like, I don't know a lot of these YouTubers like super well, so I just try like stay out of the drama. Yeah, sorry. Like, I don't want to like shit talk anyone. Like, me personally, like, you do what you want, but I don't want to personally like shit talk anyone. Like, especially if I don't personally know them, and also I feel like I wouldn't be one to shit talk people. Like, and Brandon, I know not everyone sees every video, and I think the video that I'm talking about was only up for like 4 hours. It did get over 2,000 views. I know that. But oh boy, it was a video that it was a challenge to finish all the way before I write my comment. So, so just from like a lot of past experience, but then also seeing that video, I was just like, So, oh, Brandon Dodge is saying, reminds me of that puddle rant for the Spider-Man video game that's not even out yet. Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the live stream, Ben and Lady Nightingale. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, hi, Lady Nightingale. She said, hey, y'all, just joined in, and all I heard was muffin. I've been sick for a few days with no appetite, but now I want a blueberry muffin. So thanks for that. You're welcome. I want to say I'm sorry, but you're welcome. Blueberry muffins are amazing, and
me gusta.
Yeah, Thunderstorm, you're all right. It wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, so there was that.
Do we at some point want to ask chat for Ruby theories? Because no one sent me any Ruby theories.
Yeah, if anyone wants to talk about your want us to talk about your Ruby theories or predictions, let us know. I mean, well, someone did say they think Scarlet is going to be the gay character in Volume 6, which
that doesn't really matter to me. Like, I don't know how to talk about that theory. It'd be like cool.
I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's cool representation, but also, did they say they're gonna we're gonna have a singular gay character come out, or like, is there gonna be like is it gonna now be a tradition to have like the one come out part of the season? I don't know. Also,
at least we have Ilya.
Yeah, and Lady Nightingale. Can I just say, like, your username highly reminds me of Lady Stardust.
I knew you were gonna say that at some point. I knew it.
Because the thing was, a lot of the times when I talked to Muffin Man, it was also with Lady Stardust as well. And Lady Stardust is helped push VYTALCast a lot, so yeah.
Okay, we got some stuff going on.
Okay, Salem is the shopkeeper. I could see her being related to him somehow. Maybe they divorced or something.
Inspector Who wants to know, where do we think Salem is?
Yeah. Wait, Kaido Dan says, it's revealed in Red Like Rose's anthology that Scarlet is into boys, and that's canon. Miles gave the approval for it. Wait, is Red Like Rose's the new Ruby? Hold on. I gotta pull this up. Red Like Rose's anthology. Oh, crap. Is the one manga I haven't bought yet. Well, there's 2 of them now. There's 3 of them now. Wow. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull up the Google Chrome capture. I said I was gonna pull up the Google Chrome capture. Okay. OBS is fighting me. It's like, hey, we're gonna automatically fix the OBS, but we're not gonna fix the actual thing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this. Is it in Volume 1? Kaido Dan? Let's see. Red Like Rose's Ruby's part. Yeah, so we got that. It's available in Manga Rock. Well, I'm gonna spend money. Sounds like I unintentionally triggered some past trauma. Sorry, but that's cool. No, you didn't trigger any past trauma. It was more like a, hey, I liked that person. The guy in the audience holding his sign during the Vital tourney was his boyfriend.
That was basically like a... What, really? Wait, is that true, or is that just like a headcanon?
Raul, was that like actually a thing in the manga, or is that just a joke about like...
If it's true, I feel like they should have designed that character a little better. It was basically like a shadow character, Volume 3 version.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice. I'm glad they did that. I need to read this. If anyone wants to donate money to me so I could buy the anthology series, I would love that.
Oh, Raul said it was a headcanon.
Oh, it's a headcanon? Okay, thank you, Raul. It's also in libraries near you. Oh gosh. Yeah, I could just go to the library. Yeah, I'm just so used to buying books because I like to own. Like, I know once I take it, I'm going to want to keep it. And libraries charge a lot of fines if you do. Yeah.
Thunderstorm says they want to see Blake and Yang have a talk. I agree.
That's been confirmed, hasn't it? I remember them mentioning that at the panel. Yang and Blake are going to talk.
Okay, that better be, like, true, because it's very much needed.
I remember Miles and Carrie saying something at the thing. Or they definitely said that a few times, I think. So...
Like, honestly, the way I see it, if Blake doesn't just outright tell Yang that she ran away because her abuser said that he was going to destroy everything Blake loved, like, if Blake just literally doesn't tell her the truth, then I'm going to be dissatisfied. Like, I don't get what's wrong with telling Yang, hey, there's someone fucking after me, and guess what? He chopped off your arm.
Yeah. Yeah, Inspector Who says, well, it's going to happen because, I mean, why wouldn't it? Yeah, if they didn't talk, I think the fandom will light itself on fire. So
yeah.
Kaido Dan is saying it'd be a missed opportunity if they don't talk things out. I would say it would be as big, or if not bigger, missed opportunity, since they already missed the opportunity to have like Ruby Rose mourn a lot.
Yeah.
Because it really seemed like the closest she had to mourning was at the end of Volume 3 and having some bad dreams about Pyrrha. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that would... a lot of people would be angry about that. So, especially when it's like two people physically in a room, and it's just like, how do you ignore that? So, Inspector Who says, I hope Ilya goes with them to Atlas. That'd be cool. I like Ilya a lot more now than I did when she was first introduced. Because when she was first introduced, it was like, Ilya, I want to love you, but you're annoying the heck out of me. Like, the scene where she, in Volume 5, where she publicly pulls off her mask, and she's like, no! Like, oh, wait, did she pull off her mask? No, she just appeared at the thing. It's like, no, you guys are bad. She was, like,
under a tarp or something. That's the way I remember it.
She did some sort of big reveal. It called out Blake and Son, and then, like, ran off. And I was like, why? You're making this so hard. Join the correct side, which she eventually did. So, I'll give her a pass.
Real quick, I'd like to thank Connor for his comment. I agree. If that could be incorporated into RWBY, that would be great to see. I think it would add a whole lot of depth and character development to the story.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Have it be like a book Blake is reading in one scene.
Oh my god, the water bottle fic.
Yeah, Streak says Blake's going to hold Yang's metal hand with tears in her eyes. Plot twist, the hand isn't even attached to Yang. She's just holding it in the middle of the night. She's like, this is the closest I can get to holding your hand until we talk things over. Acknowledge is saying, what do you think about Adam versus Manticore Grimm in the first episode? I don't know how I feel about Adam being in the first episode. Like, I know we had the trailer about him. I think he would be showing up at the very end, if not the second episode.
I don't want him to show up at the very end because we, like, that short got us all hyped up about him. Oh, I thought you meant end of the volume.
No, sorry, I meant to say very end of the first episode. I was saying at the very end, if not the second episode. So that would be kind of weird. Like, I want him in the finale or the second episode. Like, that'd be very weird.
Like, I know he dropped his mask in the short, but personally, I think the next time we see him, he's going to be wearing some other type of mask. I don't think they're just going to show us outright what his face is.
Yeah, I think if anything, it'll show, like, the back of his head or some mysterious figure getting onto the, what is it called? The Argus Limited. There, I remember the name before I Googled. Yeah, Kaido Dan says, yeah, I expect no Adam for the first 2 episodes. Yeah, I think it'd be something they'd build up to. And Brandon Dutch says, fun fact, if it wasn't for Ilya, everyone would have blown up and died because Adam threw a temper tantrum.
Basically.
Yeah, bless our lizard child. She is glorious. Thunder.
Oh yeah, Hunt SD is talking about the Ozpin flashback. I haven't read a whole lot about, but I did hear they're going to have an Ozpin flashback. What? I heard that somewhere. I don't remember where. What's the source on that?
Hunt SD, can you give us a little bit of a source so I can look it up while we're still live? Because I haven't heard anything about a Ozpin thing. Also, we got a Discord. Well, my channel has a Discord. If you guys also want to help us source stuff before live and discuss stuff. Yeah, a lot of people are saying this sounds kind of new.
Yeah, real quick, I want to poll the chat. Who thinks Adam has silver eyes versus something else? Because I'm just curious. Here. I keep asking people this question. Like, I think he has silver eyes.
I got just the thing to help you with that. Here, I'll go to the live streaming thing, and I will add a poll.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, I could add a poll. Should I push the play ad button? Just kidding. I won't do that. It's like, just kidding. Poll. Okay.
Okay, everyone, get ready to answer the poll.
Okay, the poll should be up. So whether you're on like phone or desktop, you should be able to see it in the top right-hand corner of the stream. So go ahead. And I don't know why YouTube's been having issues giving me yellow stream health. They're like, aha.
Rip.
Yeah, okay, so I need to check Discord on my phone so I don't mess up the capture. again.
I voted in the poll. Everyone else, put your votes in. You hit the little eye icon in the top.
Let's see. The Ruby channel. Oh, you even added at me. Oh, it's in a video. Gosh dang it. I can't watch a video while on stream. Steven Alvarez? That's cool. That's an interesting thumbnail. It has Ozpin, Pyrrha. Oh wait, that's just the characters in front of the voice actors. It's recording time. Media presents a vlog or 2018 Ruby panel. Oh, that's just a. Okay, so that wasn't RTX. That was a different panel. That looks like the voice actors. The notification was for apparently where it started. Okay, so the link goes straight to where they talk about it. Oh wait, Shannon was in the picture, so Shannon would know something because he plays Ozpin.
Ooh. Also, Connor, you should be able to do the poll from any, like, on normal YouTube too, so...
Yeah, if you're on the YouTube app, you should be able to do it. Because...
Even if you're on desktop, it should work.
Yeah, desktop or the YouTube app. Because the whole point...
If there's no eye icon, try refreshing it, because that's what I had to do. Like, refreshing the page.
Yeah, refresh it. Yeah, sorry, you're gonna have to hit refresh. You might miss a few seconds. But... the Chosen One is saying something else, Silver Eyes for Adam, because plot is lazy to me.
See, here's my thing. I feel like almost no one, maybe a few people, but almost no one thought Adam had silver eyes before the character trailer. But then all of a sudden, after the character trailer, I see everyone hopping on the bandwagon.
Actually, during Volume 4, there was a post on Tumblr about Adam having silver eyes, as it was like a really long post.
Yeah,
and
that's the post I know about, yeah.
Yeah, and they had like a lot of stuff sourcing, like basically stuff that could be backing it up. And that, I remember that being the big thing that made a lot of people start going, oh, maybe he does, and like, it would make sense. And then I think for Volume 6, it's just people saying, this is the moment we're gonna finally see that, see it proved or disproved.
I think
also,
the second most likely
myself?
option. Your audio went a little weird. I think the second most likely option for Adam is that he's blind.
Yeah, so he's like Daredeviling it.
Possibly, or it's some. I don't know how it is. I just think the second most option is he's blind, which would be super interesting. But I don't think it's something normal. Although if it was something normal, we've all been hyped up for nothing. Like that'd be like a fun gimmick. But honestly, I think that'd just be more annoying than anything else.
Yeah. So Lady Nightingale is saying, found it. Full disclosure, I was looking for I icon, not I. Oh, she was looking for like I instead of like the letter I. So. Yeah. Oops, sorry, people.
It's the letter I because it's like information or whatever.
Maybe Brandon Dodge says maybe he doesn't have eyes. Oh. Wait, the Cattle Dan is saying, you see that light? That's not heaven. That's the Schnee train. Oh man, dude, if they're going through the dust tunnel, the dust mines, and the train comes for them, can we have a train fight number 2? That'd be cool. I don't know why I like train fights.
Yeah, so, I like the one in Volume 2.
Yeah, and that's one reason why I'm excited to see Cowboy Bebop the movie, because they have a fight on a train or a subway, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, so... Oh, Cattle Dan says, that's a Daredevil quote. I need to rewatch Daredevil before Season 3 drops. I have the theory that he's a Cyclops, and that's why he's wearing a mask.
Interesting. How would that go with him being a faunus, though? Or are you being sarcastic?
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. Like, he's like, I'm being discriminated against for having one eye, but not because I'm being a faunus. Or maybe he gets
2
double.
eye holes.
That's to fool everyone. Disguise. Yeah. When it comes down to that in Volume 6, then the delivery has to be at the right moment and the right setting. Which I think, and I think I said this whenever we had VYTALCast last, I think him not wearing the mask is now his disguise. Like, people have identified him so much with the mask that now him taking off the mask could be a disguise. And I think it just revealing that he's just a passenger on the ship, and like kind of be like, aha, I got you now, could be like.
I feel like he definitely needed to change his outfit though, because his outfit is pretty unique.
Well, duh. Like, sorry, not trying to be rude about that, but it's like, no, he's just gonna walk in with his White Fang clothes and be like, yeah, I'm totally not that guy from the White Fang.
You literally said that taking off his mask is his disguise.
Well, obviously, yeah. Sorry, I was just hoping that common sense would finish my sentence for me, I guess. But let's see. Lady Nightingale saying, train heist episodes are the best. Call it a trope if you will, but it is undeniably epic, and I agree with that. I love train heist stuff. Like Firefly, Solo did it. All of the best moments. So.
Hey, what's the percentages on the poll? Because I feel like mine isn't reading right.
Oh, yeah, let me go check that. I closed the tab because I thought that was the reason why I was hearing myself talk. So, let me go back.
You could mute the stream.
No, it was muted, so I exited out of it to be safe. But I think it might be a Discord thing more than anything. Or like your headphones are so loud that your microphone catches up on it.
I doubt that.
Do you now? Okay, poll results. Totally Dude at 6 votes and No Way at 5, so it's 54 to 45. So
that's pretty close.
That is very close. A lot closer than the poll we had a few weeks ago, which I want to pull up. Because that was a interesting poll. That was a... I'm trying to remember the question. I think it was... Oh, it was like Adam getting redemption. I think that was totally one-sided, and that made me happy. Made me trust my demographic more. Let's see. Basic info. iCards. Let's see. Poll results on that. Yeah, 75% said, ew, no, Adam does not get redemption. Whereas 1 vote said, sure, ... I guess. So... Yeah, thank you, everyone that said no on that. So that was a fun time. Let me refresh the current poll to see if any more votes got added in. Da 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 da. It Totally Dude jumped up to 58. So people are starting to think he has silver eyes. We will see.
People in the chat are talking about Neo now, and whether or not she'll come back. Personally, I kind of hope she doesn't.
Oh, well, I think Carrie said she is.
Really?
Yeah, they said they're working a way to get her back in.
Neo wasn't even supposed to exist, and I feel like they're just bringing her back because... What?
She's a fan favorite, Monty.
Yeah, I feel like... Well, Monty... No, I'm saying from, like, a non-emotional standpoint.
Okay, all right.
She was just shoehorned in all of a sudden. Like, she was made a couple episodes before. And then the fans just all love her and, like, fetishize her. Dude, so now they're like, bring Neo back.
Well, okay. Fetishes didn't need to be brought up, but that's just awkward for me.
I'm not saying talk about it.
She has one of my favorite fight scenes, though. Her versus Yang on the train is like... Woo,
yeah, it's a great fight
scene.
So
great. Like, Yang's choreography in that has accidentally sunken into me so much that, like, when I spar, I am copying her pattern. Because she has a slow, quick type pattern. And I started copying that for sparring, and it actually has been working pretty well. Or,
nice.
I mean, I'm a pretty good person when it comes to martial arts sparring, so... acknowledge you as like, but Neo is best girl. I think Neo would probably be shoo-inned as like the person who helps Adam get onto the Argus Limited, because she did sneak off to Atlas probably because she was still dressed up as like a Atlas soldier when she disappeared, which means she could have easily got on a ship back to Atlas, and she, you know, we know she's the queen of disguises in the show. So I think You're gonna ban. Sunny isn't cool anymore because she doesn't like Best Girl.
Okay, look, maybe I sounded a little
All you need
harsh,
to do is say you don't like Pyrrha and you don't like Makoto, and I'll be opening a position up for co-host. Just kidding.
No, okay. I sounded harsh. Like, I'm super bad with words, and hopefully y'all know that by now. Like, Neo's fight scene was super cool. She's a super, like, mysterious character, and I wouldn't mind if she came back. I just think if they're just putting her back in because the fans want it, that's a little But I think if they find a good way to work her in, considering she was just hanging out with Roman and Roman's dead, like, I'm fine if she comes back, but there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, so, like, Kaito Dan said Neo would work best as her own entity, no more partnership with Roman. I could see that as well. I was just saying, like, that's one way I could see her easily being brought into the story. But my other theory with her would have happened in Volume 4, and that would have been, like, her hunting down Team Ranger, but ended up being Tyrion that took that job. So, she didn't get that. Connor's calling Huntesti a traitor. If they're going to put her back in just to satisfy fans, she'd have been back by now. Yeah, and I think they're trying to figure, like, the best way, narrative-wise, to bring her back in. And Connor is just commenting in the Discord, and he just said, not banned yet, Sunny. I don't think Sunny has banning powers on the Discord, funnily enough. I
never use Discord except for this, pretty much, so...
Yeah, I think it's me, Shane, and Logan who have the banning powers on Discord. Okay, so Acknowledgia is saying, I think they will work around Raven to bring her back. She was scared of Raven on the train. They can work around as if they know each other? That'll be interesting. I don't see that necessarily as a way to bring Neo back into the narrative, but I could see that playing into the narrative, if that makes sense. Like, I don't see that as a reason for Neo to come back to the show, but I do think if Neo comes back into the show, that'd be a thing to do with her. So. Oi! Oi! You can't just put him in timeout!
I can't! You made me a mod! It's a joke, okay? He asked for it.
Oh, he did? Okay.
He asked for it, yes.
Because I was going to see if I had an option. I tried to see if I had an option to take him out of timeout, but the only option is to still put him in timeout. I'm like, he's already in timeout. I can't put him in timeout twice.
No,
what is this?
I hide user on the,
or I could hide user from on this channel, which is pretty much just auto blocking anything from him, which I'm not going to do. Or I could add him as a moderator. Wonder how that would work with the timeout.
No, no, I literally had. A caller said, "Who wants banned? Let me know," and he literally said, "Me." Wait, can I untime him out?
Dan says he's going to bed. Wait, Kaido Dan.
No, I can't.
I might be able to do something about it if I look for it. Good night, Kaido Dan. Thank you for watching. Also, Kaido Dan's going to be on next week. He asked about it earlier today or last night. I forget. Time is wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. So, but he did ask to be on. Let's see. Let's see if I could find my settings. Where are people in timeout? Yes, I can enable live chat. Automatically block bad words. I've already done that. Participants. There we go. Where? Connor. Oh, I can't. That's only to view them. I can't do things. Let's see. Toggle timestamps.
My master plan has been set in motion.
Wow, I can't, like... Oh, Huntestee's like, wow, spoiler, now I know who's on next week. I brought it up for, like, a promotional thing, like, hey, guys, you love Kaido Dan? You're gonna love next week's VYTALcast. He. So, plot twist, the Beacon Relic is hidden in Junior's Club. That would be the best, worst hiding place ever.
Yeah. Considering it has the best, worst security ever, question mark?
Yeah. Sure helps the scene every time she appears on. Okay, Lady Nightingale says, even if Neo was just a hired gun, she was more interesting and spoke volumes more without words than Junior's Goonies ever could. That, yes, I agree with that. I liked Neo. Like, she didn't have to talk. She was just kind of a presence, and like I loved how her being mute was kind of a creative thing to do, because then we got like communication through body language, and I loved her design. And even though she was done last minute, I don't think that was like any lack of effort put into that.
Like I love her design. I love her eyes, how they switch, and I love her facial expressions.
Lady Nightingale just said, now that's a heist episode. If that's
shopkeeper guards the relic.
Yeah, the shopkeeper, the ultimate guard. Or maybe the shopkeeper is the relic.
Dun dun dun. Shopkeep has silver eyes.
We just don't see because he's always closing them.
Oh my gosh. Did y'all see the Shopkeep cosplay at RTX? Like, that dude, like, that, he was so
I think
awesome.
I did. I think I saw him for just a tiny bit, and I wished I asked them for a picture. It was a girl, wasn't it?
No, it was a dude.
It was a dude?
I saw a dude, he was wearing like a bald cap and stuff. If you want to see what I'm talking about, go watch my RTX vlog.
Maybe that's why I thought I saw them. And speaking of RTX vlogs, for a while I lost my Sunday footage, and
good.
Yeah, I was like, wow, rip. That means like currently the vlog is like 60% Jeff Williams concert, 40% actual vlogging. But now I found my Sunday footage, so that will help put it to like near 50-50, maybe 55-45. And actually, that would have been a good thing for the poll. It was like, hey, should I upload the Jeff Williams concert as a full separate video for like the full songs? Because I have full songs of Caffeine, This Will Be the Day. I want to say Armed and Ready, but I don't think it was Armed and Ready. But, yeah, well, Yang is also a gun. Okay, Verif is saying, I like how most Rooster Teeth animation shows have a mute character. The Meta from Red vs. Blue, Neo from Ruby, Petrol from Camp. Wait, who is that character? Were they just in an episode?
I don't know.
Oh, and the Nomad of Nowhere. Just a fun pattern. Yeah, I like that too, and it'll be interesting to see if they start bringing that into like their other shows, like Genlock. Will we get one? Who knows? Okay. And then Lady Nightingale is saying, it would be amazing to conspire a group of 50-plus people to cosplay Shopkeeper at RTX next year. Maybe Flash Mob Shopkeep.
That would be incredibly funny. Please do that.
You know what? Now that I think about it, the Shopkeep is technically a mute character. He hasn't had any spoken words. He's only had like grunts. Yeah. Yeah. So, Mute Tribe Assemble. Petrol is one of the Wood Scouts. Okay, that's why I don't remember him a whole lot. Okay. Then saying Fox is blind, so they already have the blind character. Oh, cool. I didn't know Fox was blind. Is he being Daredevil? Oh my gosh.
I mean, he had, like, no eyes. His eyes were just white, so I think I just assumed he was blind. But we're gonna find out more when we get that book about Team Coffee!
Yeah. And also, I like the idea of a shopkeeper flash mob. And my brain is now trying to schedule which day I would do that for RTX. But that's really hard to say when they haven't released a schedule for RTX next year. Because it will all revolve around the VYTALCast panel next year. So, yeah, because I really want to do a panel next year. And I got some really good feedback on the panel. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Acknowledge is saying FK theory debunked. Which theory was that? Okay,
I don't know, but other people are saying that Shopkeep talked.
Oh yeah, the shopkeeper did say just take my Leanne and leave. I forgot he said that to Roman. Oops.
Yeah. Episode 1 was so long ago.
It was while I was still in high school. That's how long ago it was. I think it was like my senior year too, so anyway, guys, we're gonna have to like end the show tonight, but I want to say thank you for
whose
everyone who
fault
showed up.
that is?
It's Sunny's. Just kidding. It's your school's.
I have homework.
Yeah, the
Yay.
professor. Yeah. So guys, feel free to keep talking in the chat because I think it'll still be live after we're not live, or comment in the below, or oh wait, also we got the Discord. You could go into Discord, link down in the description. Join our Discord, go to the Ruby or VYTALCast channels, and you're free to talk there anytime, and I will be there, and we will boop you next time.
Yeah, or talk to us on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Twitter. Well,
I use Twitter a lot.
Yeah, the chosen one's like, what? It's too early.
Sorry, I kind of have like a life and responsibilities I gotta do today.
Yeah, this is the consequence of doing it on a Wednesday versus a Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. See you guys.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming. Bye.